Today we're playing Star Trucker, and I've got some tips and tricks to help you become a top-notch driver. Here we are at the front of our ship. It's early game. We've got all of our systems online. And if we look at the power cells here, you can see that our main power cells are draining at 47% per hour. Our suit isn't currently charging because it's fully charged, so it's at 0. 64% on the gravity, that's huge. 66% on the oxygen, and that's getting low. And our mags right now, we're not currently hooked up to anything, so it's not burning anything. Right now, I'm in a climate zone that's safe. I would say between 40 and 100, you're pretty much safe. And you can push it even farther than that. So right now, I don't need to have my climate control, and you can see that drops down my power cell. Turning off all our exterior lights because, I mean, look how bright it is. So that drops it down. Now we're down to 34%. Let's kill these inside cabs while we're driving. Now I'm down to 22% on the core. So my cores are going to last twice as long. So we're going to come back here. Things that we don't need. We're not docking and we're not towing anything. Maglock controls off. We do need oxygen. Suit charger. I don't need to charge my suit right now. When I need to charge it, I can turn it on. The climate control regulator. I'm in a zone that's safe and I don't need to be using that. I'm going to turn that off as well. And there's no electrical storms here, so I'm going to turn that shock shielding off. And that gravity compensator, the oxygen, and the core, those are the three left on, and those are our three biggest burners. So, like, here's the big one. Crate locking. We've got our cargo here. If I hold this up in the air and drop it, so even just dropping it from here, it lost some health. So we want to protect these by putting them in cases. This is completely safe. If I drop this, everything is right as rain. If I want to drop it down the stairs, I can drop it down the stairs. Everything is still good to go. Turn off the gravity drive and just let this stuff bang around the cab. And now, you know, you might say, hey, Boon, isn't all this stuff going to be flying around in my windshield, getting messed up and, you know, blocking my visibility and things like that? And you're right, it is. Pro tip. Gravity is disabled, don't slam on the brakes. Put my lovely little crate here in the shelf, and then I open it. I discovered this by accident. It can't open all the way. It's trying to, it's pushing up against the top, but the shelf is in the way. An unintended consequence is now this crate is wedged in that shelf. So if I put all my stuff in crates and then I just wedge these open, now everything in here is secure. We no longer need gravity. Everything will stay secure on the shelves. So now we're only running 3 power cells, 2 in the core and 1 in the oxygen generator. And so now if we look over here, 20% on the cores, so those will last 5 hours. And then 66% on the oxygen. The oxygen's the only thing we got to worry about, or if we're towing the mag, but those last forever. We're only draining 1 power cell hard, and we're able to keep going for longer and having to spend less money. Another thing I'll show you, you can see our oxygen's down to 31%. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come back here. The suit charger only uses power when it's charging, so it's fully charged, it doesn't need to do it. And also, if this goes offline, let's say this gets zeroed all the way out, it has no effect at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the charger cell of this, and from another system, let's say the core or the oxygen generator, and you can see this one's down to 45. I'm going to take this out, even if it's down to like 10%, 20%, even if there's only 5% left on the power cell, you can finish emptying those out. It will charge and drain those out. So basically the suit charger lets you get that last bit of juice out of each power cell. Never put a new power cell in the suit charger. I only put the used ones from other systems like oxygen. When you find salvage, you should stop or go back to it once you drop off that load, because salvage can be super profitable. Items that are worth, you know, a couple $1,000s, and you'll make a good chunk of change. I was once delivering a trailer for $2,000 and I picked up $8,000 worth of scrap. Now, it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's just a couple cases of beer, but you never know. Check it out. Hit escape the second you get in the game. Go to options and drag this field of view all the way to the top. They start it down here. You see more of your screen. You can see both computers as you're driving and doing things to be aware of your surroundings. Next tip is going to be, in the beginning, don't do the main missions. Red Eddie and Borrow and Moon Baby, all those guys are going to start hitting you up over the radio. Don't do these for a minute. They're usually more fun missions, but usually cost you more in the way of hull damage and things of that nature that are going to end up costing you for repairs and fuel and this, because the payout on these are usually not great. In the beginning, I would say focus on running some missions, getting some money in the bank, then go do those missions once you're comfortable and you have some safety buffer. You have a credit limit in the beginning of the game. I believe on standard settings it's $2,500. You will lose more money failing a mission than you will on power cells. So I would stock up on power cells just in the beginning, right off the rip. Go to the store and buy a couple power cells. Make sure you have a couple of UCCs and a couple air filters. Let's talk about the map. Over here you've got a map key and you're like, man, that's cool, but I don't see any of these at all. Zoom in and it'll show you all of the amenities that are in that system. Click on this drop down here. It'll show me the temperature. It'll show me the traffic, the security. So if you're carrying something illegal, I don't want to go the security. If I'm carrying something fragile, high traffic zones are going to be more dangerous. You can see the price of gas, what restricted cargo. Take a look at the local prices. So the stuff that goes into your cab that you can buy, the price is here. So textiles and foods, I want to buy here because it's cheaper. And I want to sell energy and chemical. If you see energy plus 14%, don't stock up on power cells here. You're going to be paying more for them. Go somewhere where energy is low. Use the map to your advantage. Take your time, plan things out, and you'll be a lot better off. That's all the tips I got for now. I'll come up with some more. If you have tips that I didn't talk about, leave them in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button while you're down there. If you want to come and drive with us, join the Discord. And as always, truckers, see you on the road.